moving on to our third story. This is kind of a 2-for-1. The Directors Guild of America was able to come up with a deal. The writer's strike is still going on, so the WGA is still on strike. The Directors Guild of America avoided a strike, and then SAG AFTRA, the Actors Guild, voted to strike, not immediately, but if the deal falls apart later this month. They have voted, it was like 99 or 97% to go on strike. So we could have the writers and the actors still on strike simultaneously, with the directors standing around having nothing to do. What's your take on the writers' strike and all these deals kind of coming up at the same time, and the perfect storm has been averted of labor stoppages, but what are your thoughts on the Directors Guild getting a deal and everyone else kind of still negotiating?
Give those people some money. Like, I really hate that because I think that was like, was it like 2008 the last time we had the really really big strike happen? I hate that we're still here and we have the writers of all people not getting paid. Like, it's crazy to just even fathom that everybody else can get paid properly and get residuals and all these different things. And then when it comes to writers, it's always, having to strike and band together to demand pay. Like, I just feel like they should be paid like everyone else. I'm glad that we are getting a little leeway with this. Because when we were getting into the AI and all these things, I was like, oh, it's over. It terrifies me. Like, there's so many advances with AI, every little business scope, because I do have a little side business, a cleaning service and different things that I do. And I've had other business owners go, "Oh, you don't have to do that. Just get this and that. You could just tell them what to do and then they'll write it and mock it up for you and it'll sound like a real person." I'm like, "Oh my God, that is terrifying." That is terrifying. But when it comes to just films that I love and what you can get from a team of writers, I just don't feel you getting that from AI. I don't care how advanced it is. Like, it's nothing like a group of people writing something or working on something collectively. And if we have to pay these people fair wages to get them in there, pay the people the money. Like, it's just so much money to go around when it comes to, film and productions and Hollywood and studios. Why are we making pretty much the most important people the lowest people on the totem pole? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, and you're right. If the producers get their way, the Academy Award for Best Screenwriting will probably go to a toaster very soon. Which they then own and then take in all the money and go,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
won it, but it was our toaster that wrote it. But yeah, so I think there's so much money to be made, including with streaming.
Yeah.
And if anyone doubts that people are making money off streaming, just look at HBO Max /Max and how many titles, underperforming titles, were eliminated from HBO Max over the last 3, 4, or 5 months in an effort to save money. And what was weird was it was a lot. Warner Brothers owns HBO. Warner Brothers owns Warner Brothers. So the fact that Warner Brothers was paying for Warner Brothers movies on HBO Max and they couldn't afford to pay themselves just shows that someone is making money off this. So why not cut the writers in? Because the writers are the ones that wrote the darn thing in the first place. Yeah. Fingers crossed they get all this stuff figured out soon.
So streaming is the new wave, unfortunately. I always like think about the future and 10, 20 years down the line, like, are movie theaters and going to the movies still going to be a thing? Like, I feel like every single time I go to the movies, I see less and less people.
Yeah, it's still kind of recovering from the pandemic and everything, and prices have gotten so high that
oh yeah,
it's still kind of recovering.